It had been just a matter of hours after Donald Trump's call with Vladimir Putin when Ukrainian skies were once again lit up overnight on Wednesday. Russian drones attacking targets across the country, including in the capital, Kiev. The Russian president had said earlier in the evening that air attacks against Ukrainian energy infrastructure would be halted for 30 days, but air raid sirens blared through city streets for much of the night. Ukrainians in Kiev said the attacks showed that peace was still a long way off.
I think this will be a step forward toward a ceasefire if Russia really stops attacking Ukrainian energy infrastructure. But honestly, I don't think it will last long.
Talking about peace with people like this will lead to nothing. Will it help? No. We've seen ceasefires before for 30, 60, 90 days before. Since 2014. They didn't bring any good.
I'm
from an occupied territory, and I've seen myself what the Russians do to civilians, to our infrastructure. There is no respect there. There was no peace. There is no peace, and there will be no peace.
It's been more than a week since Ukraine agreed to an unconditional US-proposed 30-day ceasefire across the front lines, as well as in the skies. President Volodymyr Zelensky said after the Trump-Putin call that Ukraine also supported the more limited ceasefire on energy targets. But after the Russian air attacks were launched, Zelensky's tone appeared to harden, urging the world to take stronger action against the Kremlin.
There were 150 drones overnight, including strikes on energy facilities. There were strikes on transport. Unfortunately, 2 hospitals were hit by ordinary urban infrastructure. That is, Putin's words are very different from reality. That is why we need defense support. We need support for our air defenses. We need pressure on Russia for the sake of security and saving people's lives.
In Kharkiv, one of the Ukrainian cities most frequently attacked by Russian drones and missiles, residents said they were concerned about the phone call. In particular, reported demands from Putin that a ceasefire must also mean that Ukraine not be allowed to rearm and stop mobilization.
Switch off.
Yeah, right. Stop mobilizing. Why doesn't Putin stop mobilizing or whatever he's doing and end the war?
They should stop mobilizing first, because we're forced to. We have to protect our land. If Russia agrees to peace, we're all for it, but we won't be able to forgive them.
Zelensky said after Trump's phone call with Putin that he had spoken with European allies in France and Germany. Talks about peace are likely to continue. Peace itself in Ukraine still feels some way off. Flynn, TRT World in Kiev.